Hey, welcome back, crypto family. So I'm making this video a little late, but I just wanted to cover the bullish news regarding the SEC and the CFTC meeting that happened, as well as some articles that came out that is very bullish for cryptocurrencies for the future. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So today again, everything is bullish. Everything is up double digits, 20, 30, 40, even 50% on some coins. And this is something I mentioned yesterday when I was talking about, usually when everyone is scared, even the people that have been bullish for the longest and a lot of experienced people aren't saying anything, that's when you need to buy. And that's what I was, advocating. Of course, not financial advice, but I was telling everyone that, these are the times when you need to buy. And lo and behold, today, everything is up, almost 50% in some coins. So just remember that, just the psychology. Usually whatever your mind is telling you, it's best to do the opposite. Always be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. So just kind of keep that in mind for future, if we have this volatility in the future. But looking at Bitcoin, I mean, it's up right now up to $7,940. We have Ethereum up to $807, Ripple 77 cents, Bitcoin Cash $975. Cardano 37 cents, Litecoin $149, and then Neo's been doing very good. It's 114, up 55%. So again, looking at a lot of these top 10 coins, again, these are up 20, 30, 40%, and that's great to see. And it looks like everything is kind of, having that same growth. So it's good to see, everything is growing together, and a lot of coins, are doing really well. So looking at the chart here, so there's actually a lot of inverse head and shoulders patterns for Bitcoin. This one here I drew on the hourly chart. This is from Bittrex, and you can see here you have an inverse. So you have a shoulder here, left shoulder, a head, and then right shoulder here. So we're looking, for higher highs here, and we can see right now. I mean, right now Bitcoin, was kind of resisted over this $7,800 level, and then it broke that, went over to $7,900, and now 8,000 is that next kind of level, psychological level we need to break, and then to go on towards that 10,000 level. So again, it's looking pretty good. RSI is a little overbought right now, so keep in mind, we may have some more pullback consolidation here. But if this pattern continues and the FUD stays to a minimum, again, just having one more positive day, then that could be, the signal that a reversal has happened and we are on, continue with this bullish trend. So we just need one more, bullish day, and then from there we can be more confident that Bitcoin will keep rising. So just keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and talk about the Senate hearing that basically everyone was wondering about. So this hearing happened on February 6th, and everyone's wondering if it's going to be positive, negative. Basically, the U.S. Is talking about, cryptocurrencies, ICOs, and just regulations in general, and what their overall view is of cryptocurrencies. So based off of everyone on Twitter, the meeting, seeing a lot of quotes that the senators had, basically the sentiment is bullish. So is either bullish, a sign of relief. These were just some of the comments that came from the industry observers in the wake of a hearing held Tuesday by the U.S. Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, one that addressed the question of how lawmakers should consider cryptocurrency regulation. So going to this article over here on Cointelegraph, this kind of gives a better overview of what exactly happened and some of the major talking points that that they had there. So one of the biggest quotes was, "If there was no Bitcoin, there would be no blockchain." So a lot of these at these hearings, a lot of these people had a great understanding of cryptocurrencies. That's what a lot of people were surprised about, actually. So you have these senators and everyone that, had this in-depth knowledge and actually understood it and didn't just, spread FUD or anything. They actually understood the blockchain, understood what was going on, transactions, ICOs, pretty much, behind the scenes of what goes on in cryptocurrencies. And that was, great to see that. I mean, we're used to people in the government not really understanding what's going on, but it's good to see they actually had a good view and understanding of cryptocurrency, so that they were able to properly evaluate how to deal with those in the future. So one of the big things here, this guy, Christopher Giancarlo, chairman and witness of the CFTC, which is, the futures trading, He expressed optimism in his testimony towards the blockchain distributed ledger technology, dedicating a page and a half to the numerous ways financial institutions, charities, social services, agriculture, and logistics can all benefit from it. Giancarlo seemed very bullish on allowing more freedoms for distributed ledger technology, even comparing it to the internet. So basically what he says here is there's a do no harm regulation, and basically, massive amount of investment was made into internet's infrastructure. So basically, they supported the creation of the internet and implementing it, and making the technology better. And basically they say do no harm was unquestionably the right approach to development of the internet. Similarly, I believe that do no harm is the right overarching approach for distributed ledger technology. So this was huge. Basically what they're saying is, they want to support cryptocurrencies and support its development. So, you know how big the internet is right now. And again, I see that being cryptocurrencies in the next 5-10 years. So that was one. I mean, he kicked it off with bullish news from the start. So that was great. And then the SEC guy, he wasn't as bullish on cryptocurrencies, but he still had a bullish sentiment. So he says, as we saw with the development of the internet, we cannot put the technology genie back in the bottle. Virtual currencies mark a paradigm shift in how we think about payments, traditional financial processes, and engaging in economic activity. Ignoring these developments will not make them go away, nor is it a responsible regulatory response. So, Jay Clayton here, the SEC, he's very optimistic that developments in financial technology will help facilitate capital formation, providing promising investments opportunities for institutional and Main Street investors alike. So you have two people. The SEC guy, and then you have Giancarlo here of the CFTC. Both of these guys are bullish and understand that cryptocurrencies, are great technology and are paving the way for new technology for the future of payments and transactions. So I think that them having an understanding like they did, and basically what they, in a nutshell, what they covered is we're going to focus on the legal activities and basically just making sure people comply with the regulations, but they want to focus on growing cryptocurrencies and making it more mainstream. So like you said here, Giancarlo actually explained what HODL meant, hold on for dear life. So he actually used that during the hearing, and that was great to see that they are in tune with what everyone's talking about. And it was just great to see that their overall sentiment was bullish. They're all for cryptocurrencies. They just want regulations. Again, focusing on the fraudsters here, the people that are scamming, and just making sure that people are following the regulations, for the ICOs, etc. So I thought this was just great news. Again, this is what we needed. Looking right now, Bitcoin just broke over 8,000, so that's great. But again, just looking that, that the U.S. pretty much sets a standard for the entire world. So usually whatever the United States does, the world follows. So for them to be bullish right now on cryptocurrencies, that's going to, have a snowball effect and basically have a trickle down effect of other countries adopting cryptocurrencies, because once the United States is on board, then that kind of gives the green light for everyone else to get on board. So I just wanted to, explain this in depth, because again, this was such a big part of the rise that we've seen today. And it's just amazing to see that, the regulators are really reading into cryptocurrencies and really understanding them versus just seeing them as face value, which a lot of the media does. So again, that was some great news, and I just wanted to cover all that. And even one of the big things too was, they actually, some of their kids are in Bitcoin, and they were even talking about that the conversation always goes back to Bitcoin. So having their families involved in Bitcoin and stuff, that's even better. And again, that just helps spread the word. So a lot of good news there, and just something I wanted to definitely hit home. And something else I wanted to cover. So this article came out actually about an hour ago from CNBC, and it's positive news, believe it or not. So as you know, CNBC was spreading a lot of the FUD the past couple weeks. Basically a lot of negative news articles. Bitcoin's done. Bitcoin's the end. Yada, yada, yada. Well, this article came out. They said cryptocurrency market could hit $1 trillion this year, with Bitcoin surging to $50,000, experts say. So some big points here they hit on. It says cryptocurrencies could go on a bull run greater than last year and pass the $1 trillion value mark, Jamie Burke, CEO at Outlier Ventures, said. And then technological advancements and new investor products could push Bitcoin at 50,000 in 2018. Thomas Glucksman of Gatecoin told CNBC. And then investors may focus on so-called utility tokens this year, which are digital coins that can power blockchain technologies, according to one expert. So here they just talk about, how Bitcoin dipped below 6,000, but then they say that increasing regulatory recognition of cryptocurrency exchanges, basically, what was in the hearing, then the entrance of institutional capital and the major technological developments will contribute to the market's rebound and push cryptocurrency prices to all new highs this year. So there's no reason why we couldn't see Bitcoin pushing 50,000 by December. So that's great news in itself. And then it goes down here and it says, the Lightning Network for Bitcoin would boost the very slow transaction speeds using the cryptocurrency. And then it says another appetizer for the bulls or the catalyst for recovery will be the release of another cryptocurrency-backed instrument listed on a major exchange. There are several candidates in the pipeline. It's only a matter of time until we have a cryptocurrency-backed ETF, which is an exchange trading fund. Long story short, it's kind of like the S&P 500. It lets investors, have exposure to Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies without directly investing in them. Kind of like, having their investments secured versus like being on exchanges. So those are going to really bring in the big money, and that's going to really cause a flow and push us past that $1 trillion mark when those ETFs are introduced, which, NASDAQ and all them were already talking about introducing them, in 2018. So we could see those in the next couple of months. So definitely look forward to those. So again, this was some great news. And, it says here, we believe after February, the market will likely go on a bull run, comparative if not greater than last year, potentially reaching the $1 trillion mark before a proper crypto winter sets in, where the market becomes more focused on proper market fundamentals. So, they say here, they're bullish. There's a lot of factors. Everyone's getting involved. It's, regulation starting to happen. People are starting to adopt it. There's more, ETFs are going to come out. And again, a lot of good bullish news from this bounce. I think it's just so positive right now. And this is exactly what we needed, kind of seeing that shift from the FUD and just the more positive news. So it's always good to see this and just see targets coming around. I mean, I see $40,000 and $50,000 targets a lot recently. So look for that definitely towards the end of 2018. I have a feeling we'll see that sooner than later. And last but not least, talking about Singapore. So Singapore confirms it will not ban cryptocurrency, has no risk concerns. So this is extremely bullish. This is published on Cointelegraph, 18 hours ago. And it says Singapore's Deputy Prime Minister provided new commentary on the government's commitment not to ban cryptocurrency as part of its future regulatory plans. And then basically it was just questions posed by members of parliament on Tuesday. The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister in charge of regulatory body confirmed a broadly hands-off policy regarding cryptocurrencies going forward. It says, they have been closely studying these developments and the potential risks they pose. As of now, there's no strong case to ban cryptocurrency trading here. So that's so awesome. Again, Singapore is another good place where it says it compares them with Japan, kind of how they're adopting cryptocurrencies. As you know, Japan is almost like the face. Japan's adopting so many, shops are hosting Bitcoin ATMs. I mean, there's just over, I think it was 500 stores or 500,000 stores actually. And, it's good to see more countries jumping on board. And again, just understanding that cryptocurrencies are, here to help, not hurt. It's security, cheaper transactions, faster transactions, etc. I mean, there's just a lot of bullish news right now, and it's just good to see all of this news coming at once. And hopefully, again, we see this reversal happening and we continue this bullish run. So with that, again, looking at Bitcoin right now, it looks like it's on a good rally, $8,170. So again, looks like that inverse head and shoulders pattern is coming to fruition. It looks like we are on bullish rally from here. Again, look at this previous, $8,300 level. Check that out, because that was, previous support turned resistance here from this double bottom. So just look at that, as we approach that. And then again, looking at, towards the 9,500 and 10,000 levels. So, but with that, You know, if y'all like this video, please give it a like, comment if y'all have any questions, and please subscribe if you haven't. So until next time, thanks for watching.